Shush! It's time for The Shelf. Whangarei District Libraries Radio on Beagle Radio. Oh!
Tēnā koutou katoa, no mai whakarongo mai ki The Shelf, he puno paho mai I ngā whare puka I Whangarei, I Beagle Radio 88.1 FM. E pahuri koutou I ngā hōtaka me o hautu ki ngā whare puka I YouTube.
Hello everyone and welcome to The Shelf, a podcast for Whangarei District Libraries on Beagle Radio 88.1 FM and streaming online at beagle.co.nz. Just press the Listen Now button. To catch up on episodes you might have missed, subscribe to the Whangarei District Libraries YouTube channel. My name's Eddie and with me today is...
Kia ora, my name is LJ. I am a cataloguing services librarian at Whangarei District Libraries.
And I have a new title.
Do you?
Yeah,
Has
I'm
it
no longer
changed?
an outreach librarian. I'm a customer services librian.
Ooh.
Which, new title, no change to the job description. Still loving it.
It's just a slight professional shuffle,
Yeah.
if you will.
So, what have we been reading?
I was just going to say, what have you been reading? It's been ages since I've been on the shelf, and it sounds like from our discussion off air that it might have been a while since you've been on the shelf.
Quite
as
some
well.
time, yeah. I've been listening with my ears because it's
Ooh.
time to go back to Specsavers
Yes.
and get new glasses. Get very sore eyes trying to read. So I've been listening through Borrow Box, which you can
Excellent.
get through your library membership. Borrow Box, I've listened to The Conductor by Sarah Quigley, which is so amazing that I've read it 4 times since it came out.
Oh my goodness.
I've listened to the podcast, to the audiobook once before,
Yeah.
back when I had Audible, and I was having no luck with
Not
podcasts
Audible.
no luck
Erase
with
that
anything.
from your ears.
I've cancelled it. So since finding out the wonders of Libby and Borrow Box, I found it on Borrow Box and seen it is so amazing and it keeps giving. So it's set in the 1941 siege of Leningrad in Russia, and Sarah Quigley is a New Zealand author. And it's basically about 3 men in Russia who decide to stay on during the siege of Russia by Nazi Germany. It is packed with amazing, colourful and complicated characters. Each bit of the story is told by a different character. And it is just wonderful. It's funny without being stupid. It's deep without being pretentious. The writing is really lovely. And as I say, she's a New Zealand author, and she is in talks with Netflix at the moment to turn it into a serial.
Wow.
Thoroughly recommend it if you like a bit of historical fiction. If you love music, it's one of the main characters is Shostakovich, the composer, and it's all about friendship and family and surviving under really tough situations. Now,
Well, I feel like that is extremely high praise to have read it that many times.
It is. It's got to be in my top 5 all-time books, along with To Kill a Mockingbird and a few others.
Wow. Right.
So moving on to you, LJ, you've been reading and reading and reading.
Yes, it's almost like I'm avoiding assessment writing or something like that.
No.
Yes, I've got a quick fire one. I got really sick in March, so I didn't have, I wasn't able to do a lot. It's not that I didn't have a lot to do. I had lots to do, but I wasn't able to do a lot. So
Perfect time for reading.
I read a lot, yeah. So I finished, I might have mentioned it on the show in the past because it did take me a while to get through. It was quite a tome, but I finished Queen James, The Life and Loves of Britain's First King by Gareth Russell. That was a non-fiction about King James. You might be familiar with him from the King James version
Bible?
of the Bible, yes.
Mm-hmm. One of the better things you did, maybe?
I don't
Debatable.
know. Yeah, I think it probably depends who you ask. But it was really interesting. It was sort of part of a challenge to myself to read. I do read a lot of history, but there's like certain parts of history that I read less of, and I would say that period of English history is one of them. But yeah, I found Gareth Russell's writing quite engaging without being wasn't too dry, but it also wasn't. I am not personally. I know that other people. There's an audience for every reader a book, but I'm not usually into the sort of like popular history type of writing either. So I think it was a good balance. And yeah, it was really comprehensive. Like it covers his life from birth till death. So that was really good, and I would recommend it if you into that sort of period of history. I've got another one of Gareth Russell's that I picked up to see if I like his writing on other historical topics. Fiction, New Zealand fiction. I've got I've got a couple on here from the Ockham New Zealand Book Award long list. Hood's Landing by Laura Vincent was one of them. I actually saw it on RNZ last year. I think somebody from one of the independent bookshops had recommended it as their book of the year or something, and then after I'd already requested it, it was then nominated for the Ockham. So I was like,
maybe you gave it that push.
Yeah, yes, yeah, it was all me. Yeah. But yeah, that was good. That was a lady grappling with her cancer diagnosis, going home for family Christmas in West Auckland, and like exploring family dynamics, some of her internal musings on death and living, and it was really it was quite a beautiful story. I kind of feel like I want to read it again just because I was quite sick, and I feel like there's parts of it that maybe didn't quite sink it, that would probably sink in better on a second reading. But I did enjoy it. And then pick up the pace, LJ. The Men with the Pink Triangle by Heinz Heger.
Is that also a New Zealand book?
No, that is a non-fiction book on I can't remember when it was published, but it just had a recent reprinting, and it's about during the Holocaust. Yes.
It's tie in with my story. Yeah,
it's very uplifting. But yes, ties in well with your story. So during the Holocaust, I have read stuff about this topic before, but gay men were also imprisoned in the concentration camps, and they were made to wear the pink triangle.
Oh, right, instead of the star.
Yeah. There was lots of different triangles, I think, from memory. I can't remember if it was green for like criminals, red for political prisoners. Yeah, there was a few other, aside from obviously the most well-known.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you wore the pink triangle, you were often more likely to be selected for the medical experiments.
Oh, God.
Yes. But also the big thing was that because it was illegal, and because if you wore the pink triangle, you were technically imprisoned as a criminal, when the camps were liberated, the men with the pink triangle were not liberated. A lot of the time they were shipped to prisons from wherever they were from, and also there was a case, I think in the 90s. This is not from this book. This is from another book I read on the topic by Pierre Seal is the other one I'd recommend on the topic. But I think in the 90s in France they were trying to get reparations because they were also not eligible for reparations, but also it kind of got lost for a while because it was illegal, shame, many things. A lot of the men that had been imprisoned didn't speak about it, so people were not aware. So I think this book by Heinz Heger was one of the first that spoke about the experience of the gay men in these camps. So it's not exactly light reading, but it's an aspect of the Holocaust that isn't often talked about or little known, maybe is the better way to phrase it. So I do recommend that one, but if you can get your hands on, you could probably interloan it through the library. I Pierre Seal, Deported Homosexual is the first book I read about that maybe 10 years ago, and he talks about his personal experience being deported from France
Right.
to be imprisoned. And then on a lighter note,
Completely, very light.
yeah, to go into the final one, the one I'm reading at the moment, another Ockham long list. Made the Ockham long list is Stargazers by Duncan Sarkis, and I'll just read.
Of Scarfy's fame.
Is that?
Yeah, that's his movie.
Yeah. Somebody. Yeah, when I said, but I have to admit, I don't often read a lot of New Zealand authors. It's another thing that I've been working on the last few years. But I'll read the blurb. Because this is what made me pick it up in the first place when I was perusing the long list. The alpacas are nervous. Accusations are flying about a rigged election. A mysterious illness is spreading. The alpaca news is being censored by higher powers, and skullduggery is threatening the breeders' showcase. Amidst a mass of self-interested parties, a forthright vet and a diplomatic engineer strive to protect the herds and restore democracy.
So it's Animal Farm, New Zealand style with alpacas instead of pigs.
Yeah, kind of. Because I thought reading that, I thought it was going to be mostly from the alpaca perspective.
Yes.
But there's a little bit from the alpaca perspective, or one alpaca so far in particular, but most of it is told through the human perspective. But yeah, it's quite a clever and funny satire, through this microcosm of this alpaca breeding world, and it's a little bit longer. I think it's about 400 pages, so it's a little bit longer than.
But worth the effort.
How I prefer my fiction, but I'm about halfway through, and I'm really enjoying it. I wasn't sure at first, but it's quite engaging, and it's just very different, I think. It's different.
It's got a very cute cover too.
Yeah, so I'm trying to read it very quickly because other people have obviously been looking at the long list, and it's got quite a few requests.
Who's holding us up?
Yeah, it's got quite a few requests on it. But yeah, so that's a quick trip through what I've been reading.
Excellent. And the being New Zealand Music Month, which we've already mentioned, we're going to have a different segment called. What are we calling it? Best gigs ever.
Best gigs ever.
Best New Zealand gigs ever.
Yeah.
So are we going to roll the song first, or?
Yeah, let's roll the song. So this is from my choice of best gig ever. It was hard to pick, but it's from Marlon Williams' Te Whara Te Weka Weka album, and it's called Me Uaua Ke.
Award-winning album, no less.
You're listening to The Shelf, a radio show for Whangarei District Libraries on Beagle Radio 88.1 FM. That was Me Uaua Ke by Marlon Williams, and one of the best gigs New Zealand gigs that I've been to. That was at Spark Arena last June, and he had a full kapahaka group, and also Komi, who helped co-write the album, they opened for him, and I really like that they do more like rap hip hop, I suppose, and I really like that EP of Komi, so that was cool as well. But I'm seeing him again at the end of this month.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is the Civic.
He's doing a show at the Civic Centre before he's doing a little bit of a New Zealand tour again before he takes a break from a much-deserved prolonged break from touring. But yeah, to see a full kapahaka group on the stage at Spark Arena was a pretty once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Yeah, he's an amazing artist, and my favourite song of his is called The Arahura. Do you know that one?
No.
Gorgeous, about the river in the South Island where he's from, and the historical raiding of the Greenstone. It's an excellent song, beautiful song.
Yeah, well, it's fellow Shelfie Carly that introduced me to Marlon in the first place, so... We've got good taste here, here at the library. What was your best
My
New Zealand
favourite gig was last Sunday, believe it or not. Sunday just gone. The New Zealand...
Right in the nick of time.
I know. Well, I was going to go way back to 2002, and I thought, no, I'm going to be up with the kids, down with the kids. What's the saying?
So don't ask me.
I'm going to go recent. But it was the New Zealand String Quartet,
Wow.
and it was at
That'd be
Waipu, my hometown, St. Peter's Church. It was the most amazing, beautiful concert.
What a venue.
It was a great venue because
Yeah.
the ceiling, it's all wood inside.
Yeah.
Really sloped ceiling. It was very intimate. There was probably between 80 and 100 people. But it was a special Waipu concert because the violin that the first violinist played on was a Storioni, which is a Italian maker from the late 1700s, up there with Stradivarius. And that violin belongs to a lady who lives in Waipu, her family. They've owned it for generations.
Oh my gosh.
So their family have loaned it to the New Zealand String Quartet. It was gorgeous. So there was first violin, second violin. There was a viola, which was an Amati viola, which is like 1680s. Gorgeous tone. And a cello played by a very young lady. And the four of them together, you wouldn't believe the sound they could come out with. Absolutely
That
rich
was
and gorgeous.
incredible.
And a really varied program. So they started off with a newly composed track that's just won awards in New Zealand called Universal Veil by Mika Cornelius. And that was mind-bending. It was about mushrooms. Not mind-bending mushrooms. It was about the whole ecology and the network. It was fascinating.
That's so interesting because I feel like fungi and mushrooms have also been popular in literature over the last few years. So it's a real...
The fungi are on their way back.
It's a real moment for the fungi.
It is, yeah. And they also played some Vivaldi something from the Four Seasons.
Yeah.
They played Pokari Kariana, which was really touching actually. Here a string quartet play it. And they also played this song, which I'm about to play, by another New Zealand composer called Gareth. So this is the New Zealand String Quartet playing Mumbo Jumbo from the quartet Mondo Rondo.
Excellent. Kia ora, you're listening to The Shelf, a radio show for Whangarei District Libraries on Beagle Radio 88.1 FM. That was a composition by Gareth Farr. And you've got something special.
Extra special, yep. For New Zealand Music Month, I had the privilege of interviewing two of the members of New Zealand's. Let's make it New Zealand.
They're
the
national,
world's
baby.
greatest bands, Mermaid Bait, featuring our very own Glenn from the library. Library manager. So sit back and enjoy this chat. We had a ball of a time. They're both very engaging, very humorous, and you'll be surprised to learn that Glenn gets his inspiration from songs from very unusual sources. The interview will tell more. Tune in.
Tune in.
We're joined by two of the founding members.
No, I'm not founding.
Two members of Whangarei-based rock band Mermaid Bait. Probably a little bit narrow to define you guys. Yeah. And it's because you're a very diverse group and fascinating. You and the audience may have had the pleasure of seeing Mermaid Bait out and about performing al fresco, towing their little dinghy boat around with all the sound gear in it. Or you may have seen them at one of the indoor concerts, 116 or the Woodshed. I've had the pleasure of seeing you at both.
Oh, yes.
Nice.
Either way, we're in for a real treat as we talk with two of Mermaid Bait's members on the show today, and we may even convince them to play live for us.
Ooh.
So welcome to The Shelf, Glenn and Ursula.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Kia ora.
Thanks for having us.
Now, Ursula with an E.
That's correct.
Did I pronounce it correctly?
Yeah, I think so. Ursula is how I say it.
Cool. Now, first question. Your keyboards and ukulele,
Correct.
and you also share the vocals.
Yes.
Can you tell us a bit about your instruments and your style of playing? Or
Sure. So yeah, you mentioned at the moment in the band I'm playing melodica and ukulele.
Explain the melodica for us.
So that's essentially a very short keyboard, but it's also played like a wind instrument.
Powered by
So
the lungs.
if you were to play it, the keys, no sound would come out. So by adding this like kind of crazy nozzle thing and blowing into it, the sound comes out.
Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I don't really play keys much anymore. It's mostly melodica because we're kind
You're
of
up and
marching
about.
along.
Yeah.
And it's like an instrument that I can take along with me.
Hard to sing at the same time though.
It is. If you watch me, I'm often like bouncing, and sometimes I might get the order wrong, like where was I?
My
It's happened
microphone on
before.
melodica.
Missed my mouth. It's
Yeah.
happened before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nasty.
Yeah.
Cool. And ukulele, what brand do you play?
Oh, what do I have?
Kala? A Makala?
It is a K.
It's probably a
It
Kala,
is.
but
Yeah.
anyway, that's
Yes, it
irrelevant.
is.
It's a 4-string tenor.
Yes, it's a tenor, correct.
Cool.
Yeah.
Excellent. And
Yeah.
Glenn, you play guitar in the band,
Yep.
and you're the lead vocalist.
Yes, I suppose I am.
Yes, you
yes.
The lead
Correct.
vocalist and band leader. Tell us a bit about your instrument, the one you normally play in the band. You've brought a nice acoustic today, but you normally play a...
Oh, well, I've got a couple of guitars I play. One of them's the Gibson Les Paul Deluxe.
Ooh.
Yeah, I got that second-hand a number of years ago, and so I've just recently brought that out again. It's a nice gold top one. But also I have a Telecaster that was made by a local guy. My old, I've had it since high school. So my guitar
wow.
teacher was a guy called Graham Hughes. He still lives in Whangarei. He taught guitar and then made guitars as well. And so I bought one of his sort of Telecaster custom.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
A couple of corrections. Neither of us are actually founding members of the band.
Shock horror, you heard it here first,
Yeah.
folks.
Yeah.
So I hope the founding members aren't jealous.
Yeah, that's right. You
Pissed
guys
off.
get to go big time on radio.
Yeah,
And where are the founding members
Well,
now?
they're having a separate meeting discussing why they're not.
Yeah, they're shipwrecked. They're writing up the lawsuit now,
Yeah.
as we speak. Now, how would you describe the music of Mermaid Bait? Because rock just doesn't cover it. It is a lot more diverse and wider than that.
We kind of struggle this with every time we put forth something, don't we? Like, what were we again?
Yeah.
Eclectic mix of
Yeah, that's right. We go for eclectic mix of rock, pop, reggae, ska, punk.
yeah.
It's-
There's so many. Genre fluid is another thing.
I
that's-
like that.
that we-
Non-binary.
Exactly, genre fluid.
I forgot
Yeah.
we came up with that. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, because I can definitely hear the ska, and especially since the horns have joined you, and the surf punk and new wave sea shanties.
Yes, polkas.
Um,
There's a little.
There's
bit
even
of polka
a
in
coming
there.
at polka. Yes,
Yes.
I do like a bit of polka. I noticed that on one of your first album there was a polka type song.
Yeah,
I
that
can't remember
one.
what it was now.
Mm.
Anyway, so lots of variety in your
Yeah.
playing, which challenges your playing, I guess, and challenges the songs that you write,
Yep.
and informs them in some way.
Yeah, I guess we just take whatever comes. So we've now got a lot of people in the band
Yeah.
and lots of people writing songs. So it sort of depends.
Or
Right.
their
Who brings
flavours
the
are
song?
coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's hey, let's have this type of song as
Yeah.
well. Like so, sometimes that might influence
Yeah.
something that comes. As
Like
an
Glenn's
example,
Tango.
yes, and the dirge that was recently.
A dirge,
Yes,
yeah.
we've got a dirge,
that
which is
really
a
came
slow.
through.
Oh, we would have played it at the show that you saw here at the Woodshed. It was the slow waltz.
And we were
Right.
waltzing
Yes,
at
and
the
you got
same
people
time.
up to
yeah,
waltz. Yeah, I remember that, yeah.
exactly.
But that came from Dave, one of the drummers, wanted us to do a slow sort of New Orleans marching song.
Right, yeah.
And so,
Like a funeral
and he
march.
loves waltzes. He loves slow.
Did he write Bones of Your Bottom?
No, that was
No,
Mike,
that's
the
Mike.
bass player.
Okay, because that's sort of in that feel, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Yes.
true. It is too.
Yeah,
Indeed.
yeah, it is. It does.
But Dave loves those kind of slow grooves, and will often be seen. I'm not sure if this is common to drummers, but a little bit of drool will come out when he's really enjoying it.
Yeah,
He starts to
it
drool.
is.
On
As
a
a former
3/4.
drummer, I can
Oh,
testify to the
really?
drooling.
It's a common
yeah.
theme. Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good. He's
Yeah,
not
you'll
alone.
often notice on the snare drum there's a little patch. So it's drool.
Or a drool rag that
Now,
just
on that subject, some musical acts are one-man bands. Dare I mention Ed Sheeran? No, I don't. Some are like duos, like the White Stripes, and some, most commonly, are 3 or 4 bands. But what the hell is going on with Mermaid Bait? How many at last count?
So we have 11 in the band, and we say 12 with our band manager Larissa, who's a part of us as well.
That's very inclusive.
Yes.
And we can probably go, when we're marching, we now take a sound guy with us. We've had Alex recently, so we could...
Yeah, we
The
could add
unsung
a little
heroes,
bit more.
yeah.
And sometimes we will bring in a dancer or something as well, because it's often very visual.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Now, most
yeah.
bands have one drummer, which you've already alluded to the fact that you have more than one drummer. So the drum kit would normally have snare, tom, cymbals, cowbell if you're lucky. But you guys have just ripped the entire drum kit apart and separated it out, and you have, on my last count, 5 percussionists.
That would be right, yeah. We've got Dave playing the kick drum, Ben on the snare, Mark on the cowbell, Rachel on percussion, and Duncan on percussion also.
Too. And Duncan is also the boat puller, so there's boat puller / percussion.
Every band needs a boat puller.
Absolutely, well, we certainly do.
Every band with a boat needs a boat puller.
Yeah, exactly. Or at least a rower if you're on water.
Yeah, true. That will be.
That is often how the entry point too, by the way.
Right, yes, if you want to be in the band, you've got to pull the boat.
Yeah, often that's the first kind of like tier. And actually Duncan's been so great at both tasks that that's stopped. We've had no more in.
That's right. Yeah.
Good, he's been promoted to chief cowbeller.
Well, no, he's not the cowbeller. I don't want to take that away from Mark, but Duncan does a variety of percussion.
Yeah. Now, you've got this guy who plays the snare drum, military style with it around his neck, is absolutely amazing.
He is
I love
great
his style.
What's
his name?
Ben. Ben Mickelson.
Ben, so we've got a Ben, a Glenn and a Duncan. It's sounding like a Scottish band, isn't it? Ben, Glenn and Duncan.
Well, yeah, it sounds pretty much how Duncan would say.
Yes,
Duncan is Scottish.
He is Scottish.
Yeah.
He is, now, getting away from Duncan, who was the drummer again?
Ben on the snare drum.
Ben on the snare, yeah, he's great. And then your bass drummer, his name is? David, and he's almost a one-man band in that he's got a hi-hat attached to a string or something.
Yep.
That old one.
He's got a bit of that.
Kaboom,
that thing going on.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the Sporran Sporting Duncan, you mentioned.
Yep.
Various percussive things. Can you name some of them?
There's a lagerphone.
A what?
A lagerphone. That's a big stick with a shoe on it.
Have you seen?
I've seen that.
Big Gumby foot.
Yeah. And it's got
Dolly on the top.
lot of beer bottle tops.
Yes, I've seen
nailed onto it.
Hence the name lager. Lager. Like,
it's an
the
Australian instrument, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Australian, so it's got lager.
So lager,
As
like
in
the tops of the
lager.
beer.
We could see you were slow to get that one, Eddie.
Yeah,
Took
a
me a
few,
while.
a few tinnies short of a six-pack.
Yeah, that's right.
They'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, great. So
What else?
then you who else do you have? Mike, which last time I saw you guys play, you introduced him as Mike, direct from the Juilliard School of Music on cowbell.
Oh, that's Mark.
Mark,
yeah, no,
dang.
he's professor of. He's variously been to the Juilliard School of Cowbell. He's done stints in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Now is he also Popeye?
Yes.
That's right. He's Popeye.
Yes, he's a very piratey-looking chap.
Yeah.
Lovely twinkle in his eye.
He does.
And the last gig I saw you guys play here, he did a poem. He launched it with a poem, which was quite touching, actually.
Very good. That's written by himself.
Yeah, and it had a sort of nautical undercurrent
absolutely.
to it as well. Yeah.
And he shared that with us at Shipwrecked one evening when we were sitting around in the bell tent.
Yeah.
And we were like, wow, that is such an amazing poem.
Yeah.
And then when we were planning this gig, it's like, hey, actually, let's open with that
Yeah.
poem. So it was great to incorporate it.
It's sort of a cultural thing, isn't it? It's like giving a blessing or whatever you call it at first. Yeah. Very cool. We should introduce that to our library meetings, Glenn.
Poems.
Yeah.
Could do that.
People are already complaining they're long enough.
Yeah.
Cool. So that was, I was really quite touched with that, and it was, his delivery was, I can't stand when you go to see live poetry and the poet reads from their phone. It's like, oh my God. You'd never see Sam Hunt doing that.
No.
Or Mark the cowbeller.
No, not
No.
like the
No,
cowbell.
he-
Straight from the heart.
Yep.
In
heart
the
and
head. Yeah, so that was cool. And also a big part of your sound is brass nowadays.
Yep. So,
So
we've
you-
got
Saxophone?
saxophone. Matt plays the saxophone and also the Turkish clarinet.
Ooh, exotic.
Very exotic. And we've got Asher,
Yes.
who you'll know from the Library Cafe,
Yes, he plays the converted commode.
otherwise known as the sousaphone.
Sousaphone, I
very
can never
large,
remember the name, but
tuba,
it looks like he's wearing a toilet sort of.
It does look like that, doesn't it?
I've never thought of that before, but yeah.
And
if
the
you
What's
first
a hydro
time,
slide?
the first time I saw you guys play, I thought, who's the fat guy in the corner with the toilet wrapped around him? And then he took it off, and he's wearing this bodysuit, kind of
Yeah.
Yeah.
protect himself
Because he's
from
quite
the rogue
a
sousaphone.
slight.
Yeah, and then
in
suddenly
frame.
he was a skinny
Yeah.
little guy.
Yeah,
Has a big
and I think
pillow.
it's just padding to support
Yeah.
the weight of the instrument. When we play and march around for an hour or two, it's,
Yeah.
it's a lot to carry around. Yeah,
Yeah.
Now you've also seen you played with a trumpet player.
yeah. Not for a while, but we did have another Matt play the
Another
trumpet,
Matt.
and he
Right.
features on some of our recordings.
Yep.
Hey,
Running? Is that one of them?
Yep,
yes, it
yep.
is.
That whole
correct.
last the EP
That
that we
EP,
recorded
yeah.
last time he was on there.
He's a very busy man,
Yep.
and we couldn't really get him for more gigs.
No. And he wasn't going to pull the boat.
Absolutely not.
No.
He's, yeah.
We have done with Matt. We did.
That's right.
The art was it Art Beat?
Yeah, and it was
Or
actually our
the-
first time marching and roving, where it first came about, Hearty Me Hearties.
That's
Oh, right. That's cute,
And
mate.
so, and we did a full loop because it was the first time we've
First
ever
time.
done marching. We said we'll march the loop. And
Right.
it took us
So workout and a gig.
2 to 3 hours, and
It
at that
was-
time our set list was quite minimal,
Yeah.
and we didn't have. We had a set of half a dozen songs
Yeah.
we could play,
Yeah.
and then we just had a couple of instrumentals for filler while
Right.
we were marching.
Yeah.
Those two
And
tunes
this is where
were
Yes.
Hatia.
Hatia, yeah, we
That's
did
correct.
the tequila cover, and we
Yeah.
also did just
Dream of Jeannie.
a snippet of I Dream of
Oh, I
Jeannie.
love I Dream of Jeannie.
Yeah.
From
Yeah.
the TV
We
show.
did.
We did love that.
Yeah.
And,
Until
until we
we-
did
yeah.
3 or 4 hours of playing that in a row.
Yeah.
And I think Matt,
And
the trumpet
Matt was
player,
like,
said,
I'm never coming back.
Yeah.
I can't even think how it goes now.
Yeah,
Very
that's
cool.
the one.
Let's move along now. Now you also have, you sometimes have quite a gypsy feel.
Yeah.
And I noticed that in the bones of my bottom, yes, song,
You have to beat that out.
with, what's your violinist name?
Torsten on the violin.
Torsten, also known as Herr Fiddler.
Yeah, Herr
Herr
Fiddler.
Fiddler on the violin. Beautiful kind of gypsy style solo he does in
Right,
that.
yep, yep.
Yeah.
Enjoyed that. And
Got
what was the
Rachel.
other one?
percussion. We
Rachel,
have Rachel,
yes.
Nurse
That's
Rachel.
Nurse Rachel.
Nurse Rachel.
And she sometimes plays the lager stick.
She plays the
Yep.
lagerphone and other shaky
Lagerphone,
things.
sorry.
Yeah, do you remember the one, what's the, the vibra
The
slap?
vibra slap.
Which, didn't it, at some point I'm sure you guys used to
Did
call
you
it
invent this?
scissorlator?
Yeah.
Wasn't it called a scissorlator?
Yeah, I think that's just our. I'm not sure what actually it
Yeah.
is called, but it is
It's
the
a
thing that
vibra
goes.
slap.
Oh,
It's
wow.
a great one.
Is it metal or wood or is it?
I think it's metal.
I think it's wood.
So it's like a washboard that moves or something?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a U-shaped steel thing with a couple of bits that.
Is it
Playing
a genuine
against each other.
instrument or is it
Yeah,
something?
no,
It's
it
a
is.
proper instrument, yeah.
There you go.
And she also plays the bell.
Oh,
She
bell.
plays a
The
couple of
Yeah.
bell clangers.
She dings the bell a couple of times, so
Excellent.
yes.
Cool. Now on to songwriting. You said just before that there are many songwriters in the group. Does it fall mainly to one or two people, or is it whoever brings something on the day?
It's whoever brings it, really, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yep, so I would write some songs. Ursula writes some songs.
Yeah, I think the one thing to note is they just honestly they come out of him. So like probably I would say 5 to 1. Hey, yeah, you're a very good songwriter and you're a very fast songwriter too.
Yeah.
And yeah, and so it's always like
So Glenn's
Glenn's
Paul
got another
McCartney.
song and it's amazing. Yes,
You're John Lennon.
yeah, well,
Some people would think that's the problem. Yeah.
Yeah.
Depends which way you take that.
totally. Yeah.
I'm off.
and then we have Matt as well, who writes a lot.
Okay, so
And-
Matt-
Saxophonist.
Yeah,
Saxophonist. And what a
Saxophonist.
great saxophonist he is.
he's amazing. Yeah.
The last gig I saw you guys play here, I think it might have been The Smiling Detective you were doing, and you were trading riffs on the guitar versus the
yes.
saxophone. Oh, it was so great.
Bit of a jewel.
He's really, it feels like you're seeing some world virtuoso professional when you hear him play.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
he's really
I
good
think
music.
he has had that title probably at some point.
No doubt. And he writes songs. He's written some of our set now. Has got a couple of cool instrumental tunes.
Yes.
So he's written some.
Yeah.
I would describe them as slightly gypsy Balkan
Yeah.
feeling
Cool.
tunes.
Yeah, excellent. More variety.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
I
really
love
cool.
it.
And we
Keeps
do
the crowd engaged.
Yeah,
and
and-
surprised and like, oh, we wasn't expecting
exactly
that.
like kind of where's it going next?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now you, that time I saw you play here in the woodshed,
Yep.
you did a song,
Yes.
which I think you might have written.
Yep.
It was very beautiful.
Thank
What
you.
was it called?
I actually did two. One was called Nostalgia. Were you in the evening or the?
I was here when your family arrived
Okay,
from
cool.
Christchurch,
Yes,
Dunedin?
North Canterbury.
North Canterbury.
Represent.
Yeah. You were here for the daytime.
Daytime one,
Okay, yeah. No, I did do two songs.
Yeah.
One was called Nostalgia, and the other one is Green Light.
Green Light, that was
Okay.
I love that.
Oh,
That was
thank
great.
you.
Really cool.
Yeah,
Is
great.
that going to be on your forthcoming
It will
recording?
be. Yeah.
Both of them?
Both of them will be.
Right, watch the space.
Yes.
And you, Glenn?
Yeah, yeah, we do. A little bit of editing is not a bad thing. Sometimes it's tempting just to do the first thing you come up with.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, as soon as you bring a song to the band, you get a sense pretty quickly whether or not it's going to fly or not, or
Yeah.
whether it's a good one or a bad one, just by people's reaction.
Yeah.
So that's always a great test.
Yeah.
And definitely, we will talk about arrangements and parts, and
yes.
we're actually focusing as a group more on
Yeah.
really analysing each part.
Yeah.
Because up until now we've been quite jammy, probably, and
Yeah.
we just roll with whatever.
You can hear that in the progression of your recording, though, like from your first.
Right.
Was it an album, 2018, your
that
eponymous?
first one?
Or was it an
yeah,
EP?
it would have been 5 songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the change from that to 2021's
Yeah.
Songs in the Key of Brown, you can really, the songwriting and the musicianship and the collaboration really deepens, in my opinion.
Oh, that's
Um,
Well, that's when Ashley came to the band.
yes, that's
so I'm looking forward to getting even more deep in the next one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of deep, what's the fascination with all things nautical with Mermaid Bait?
Wow.
So I believe the name Mermaid Bait came around when Mike, the bass player, he's from Australia, and one of his Australian mates was visiting, and they went to Matapori, and they went around to the mermaid pools, had a swim, back in the day when you were
Yeah,
allowed to
when you
swim
could
still.
swim.
When you're allowed to swim with mermaids?
Yes, and as they walked back, he said to Mike, "Oh, it's almost like we've been Mermaid Bait, isn't it?" And at that point, Mike said, "Oh, that's cool. That's good. That could be a good band name."
Yeah.
And this was before I joined the band.
Yeah.
There was 4 guys, and apparently they used to, including Mike and Dave, the drummer, and every time they had a gig, they changed their name to something else because they couldn't agree on a band name.
Yeah.
And I heard at one point they were going to call themselves the Committee because they were a committee and they couldn't make up their mind.
Yeah.
And then they settled on Mermaid Bait.
Much better choice. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's probably already a band out there called
yeah,
Committee.
I'd say so.
Yeah, cool.
So yeah, that's what I think the story is. So we'll go with it.
That sounds
Yeah.
right.
And again, that last gig I saw, the nautical theme was over the top. We had Mike, who's the sax player?
Matt.
Matt playing the sax dressed as a giant octopus or squid.
Squid, I think. Yeah.
What a great
Giant
outfit.
squid.
Who
Yeah.
does the outfits?
He made that himself.
He made it himself.
Yep.
Wow. With lights for the eyes and
And
everything.
then I think it was at that point that we realised actually he used to make giant sculptures.
Oh,
So
wow.
that have been
Yeah.
a challenge.
Yeah.
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 And you had one of the drummers, I think it was a giant prawn.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Like a
Dave
telephone.
made that one, and he also made the hammerhead shark.
Yes, Glenn was the hammerhead shark, which looked rather uncomfortable, I have to say.
Anything for art.
Yeah. Excellent. Now that brings us on to humour because that's obviously a big part of Mermaid Bait. You only have to listen to the song titles for a start. Winston Peters' Cousin. I can't think of any others at the moment. But the song titles, the lyrics, and yeah. So is that intentional or is it just happen or?
I think it's just actually the vibe of the group, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like
I think
that's,
it probably
yeah,
is.
I
Yeah,
think-
it's sort of
I
bring.
think-
Oh, there's the fluffer.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, it's just a
I
little
think
bit.
it would be like, I think safe to say we just don't take ourselves too seriously.
Which is beautiful and amazing, and
Yep.
so good in this day and age when there's so
Yeah.
much earnestness out there.
Totally, yes.
Something you guys will never be accused of.
Nope.
But yeah, for me it's so refreshing to see a band who's obviously really enjoying themselves, enjoying each other's company, and that probably speaks to your relationships with each other. And
Yeah, that's been
there's
really
no
cool.
sulky bass player sitting there doing his own
He
thing.
sulks sometimes, but no, but it is a particularly fun group of people to play with, and I think we
Yeah.
just love getting to hang out
Yeah.
and have fun and make music,
Yeah.
and it's
Yeah.
well, it's nice that that comes through because
Yeah, it
kinda
really
how it is.
does. Yeah, and because you can see bands who hate each other from
Yeah.
right from the moment they start. But you guys have a Beatles type vibe to me, where you've got this, times 3.
Yeah.
But there
That's
is it brings out the different senses of humour and the joyfulness of music, which is what I really love.
Cool.
And on that subject, would you please play for me my favourite song of Songs in the Key of Brown,
Yeah.
which is One Good Eye.
Okay.
on
Can
You.
I ask why it's your favourite? Is there anything
It
particular?
when I first listened through the album,
Yeah.
that I think it's track 2 or track 3. It's really early on. And I thought, oh my god, because the first track's quite rocky, quite full on,
Yes.
and then I thought, oh
yeah,
my
they
god,
changed it
this
up a
is
little
this
bit.
is almost. It took me back to seeing Good Shirt live
Oh,
in
yeah.
the
Yep.
Dog's Bollocks in 2002, I think it was.
Oh yeah.
And just the structure of the song is so cool. It starts
Cool.
off with this haunting sort of sea shanty-ish thing, and then
Yeah,
it just
little
changes.
keys.
And the lyrics are catchy, the chorus is very catchy, and the keyboard is amazing.
Cool. Well, let's talk about some interesting stuff about
The
it
background of the
afterwards-
song.
Afterwards, shall we?
Yeah,
You're
okay.
going to play it first?
Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
we'll
play
give it
it.
a go.
Cool, you heard it here first, folks. Live on the couch.
It's a trap, it's a trap. There's no getting away. We're light years away from where we're going. It'll be a waste of time to make you change your mind. I don't want you to think I'm some phony. You wanna stay and I wanna run. You grow to the shade, I grow to the sun. You shoot to kill when I'm set to stun. You grow to the shade, I grow to the sun. I'm keeping my one good eye on you. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm keeping my one good eye on you. Do-do-do-do-do-do. It's a wrap, it's a wrap. The end of the day. It could have been a beautiful thing. Now all we got to stain. It's the natural order of the world, for nothing to make sense at all. You wanna stay and I wanna run. You grow to the shade, I grow to the sun. You shoot to kill when I'm set to stun. You grow to the shade, I'll grow to the sun. I'm keeping my one good eye on you. Do-do-do-do-do-do. I'm keeping my one good eye on you. Do-do-do-do-do-do. You wanna stay and I wanna run. You grow to the shade, I grow to the sun. You shoot to kill and I'm set to stun. You grow to the shade, I grow to the sun. I'm keeping my one good eye on you. Do-do-do-do-do. I'm keeping my one good eye on you. Do-do-do-do-do.
Woo! Awesome. Beautiful. Great harmonies.
Thank you.
And you guys obviously know the song pretty well because it's the first time you've played
Yes,
it in that setting
Yep.
for quite some time.
for quite a long time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you want to hear the full 11-piece band playing that, get a copy of Songs in the Key of Brown, which you can get from
Well, it's on
Online.
Spotify, Bandcamp.
Bandcamp, actually, yeah.
Bandcamp.
You can buy it on
Yeah, you can
Bandcamp.
buy
or
it.
Your
Sounds
guys'
good.
website is amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Oh, yeah.
Very cool. It's one of the better band websites I've seen.
Oh, that
That's
one,
you.
Thank you. And Ben, we built that
Brilliant.
one together.
And what's the website address?
www.mermaidbait.nz.
Too easy.
Or is it co.nz? Probably
You'll
co.nz.
find it.
Old
Search
school.
Mermaid Bait.
Yeah, you'll find us.
Excellent. So cool. So is there some background about the song?
Just a couple of facts that I wanted to share about that song. Firstly, I remember I heard you guys play it. This was pre me being in the band at Whangarei Tavern,
Yeah, yeah.
and you didn't have a title for it then, and you played it.
It was called Do 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 Do
Yeah,
Do.
you're like, oh, this one's got no name, and then you said, and then you wanted to name it, and at the end you said, you know, what should it be called? And I yelled out, my one good eye, and then that's
Brilliant.
how it
Oh,
got
Which
named.
is which is
name.
the way Mermaid Bait tend to do things. It's a very
Exactly.
political,
My
what do
one
you call it?
good eye.
Inclusive.
Yeah.
One good eye. Yep.
And then the other thing I was going to just share was I actually moved up to Whangarei, and you guys were recording this, and you're pretty much at the end, and I added harmony and vocals on it just before it kind of got
That's
finished
right.
off.
I
And
remember
keys?
that now.
And no, because this
Did I do the keys?
You were the keys.
Oh, well, good
and
job, Glenn.
Actually, Glenn did a lot of the sounds that you'll hear on that.
Right.
This was when you guys pretty much you recorded everything yourselves.
Yeah.
Glenn did it amazing, and he did a lot of the sounds and all the little bits and pieces that you hear all across that album.
Yeah.
Mostly comes from Glenn. And then they gave it to Big Door Studios, didn't you, for like mix mastering?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brendan and co.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, great. That was beautiful to hear, guys, and thanks so much for giving us your time. Was there anything you wanted to add about One Good
Yeah,
Eye, Glenn?
any other
Well, the
facts
Star
to
Trek
add?
reference we were talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah. I need to know about
Shoot
that.
to stun, set to
Ah.
stun, shoot
Shoot
to kill.
stun, shoot to kill. Yeah.
We
so
come
I
in
was at that time, I think, watching a lot of Star Wars. And which we've done with my family. We've watched a lot of Star Wars, and we
Right.
will often debate
Yeah.
best Star Wars, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So that's got.
Sorry, I heard
yeah.
a communal
I
yawn
know,
from the
I'm
audience.
looking
there.
at two people that I can tell are not Star Wars fans.
I'm kind of, but
you're,
I'm not like
you're Star Wars
hardcore.
neutral.
No, I do enjoy it, but I don't know all the ins and outs like a lot of
No.
people
Okay.
do, you see.
Yeah.
No.
I've tried talking with Eddie about
Yeah,
Star Wars
it's
before, and I
not
didn't get
happening.
very far.
Glassy-eyed.
So I was kind of picturing Anakin Skywalker and Obi-Wan Kenobi going out to do their work light years away from where they needed to
Oh
be.
my gosh.
Right, because
And
that's the
also-
line
See,
in
I'm
the song.
learning.
I'm light years
Light years
away
away.
from where I need to be, want to be.
And it's a trap.
It's a trap.
It's a trap is what Admiral Akbar says when the rebel fleet is planning to take down the Death Star and Return of the Jedi.
Well, that's fascinating, Glenn. It's, we seem to have run out of time.
I'm nearly done. And then he just says, it's a trap, pull out, all fleet, evasive action. So that's where that
Oh, is he the
Brilliant.
fish face guy?
See,
Yeah, the fish
this
face.
is
Fish
like-
face,
This song
yeah.
just keeps on giving, doesn't
Yeah.
it? I'm learning.
It does.
What
about-
about, you tell Eddie about your suggestion about what our video idea is?
yeah, that's what I was going
Video of the song.
Yeah. So when I hear this song, in my mind, what I see, what I picture, is like a start of like a 90s sitcom.
Right.
You know,
Friends?
and it's like,
No.
yeah, like a bit earlier, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like early 90s. It's like Family Ties or Who's the
Ah,
Boss.
yeah.
And to me, it's got that real like,
Yeah.
and I've really wanted us to like pretend to be like film it like
Suburban
the start of a
family?
sitcom. Yeah,
Yeah.
like suburban
On the couch?
family. Uncle's like comes in and he gives a noogie.
Rubs his hair.
Like, and that really like,
Yeah.
yeah, that's what I hear.
Yeah.
In that
Cool.
song. So
Yeah. Excellent. Well, thank you very much, both of you, Glenn and Ursula from Mermaid Bait.
Thanks
And
for
what's
having
next
us.
for Mermaid Bait? There's an album coming out?
correct.
So yeah, we're in the process of we've here in the woodshed. We've done our recordings. We're doing some overdubs at the moment, and we
Bit of
are
mixed mastering.
Yep,
all
to
done
come.
at with Alex at Harvest Studio and Anzac Road Studios here locally in Whangarei.
Cool.
Yeah, and
Excellent.
so we're just working.
Release
through,
date?
Fingers crossed, we're sort of October, right?
October.
November. Yeah.
Cool, look out for that. Has it got a name yet, or a provincial name, or are you allowed to share?
I
or
don't
not?
think we should share it here.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll leave that for
Look
the.
out for it anyway.
and
Yeah.
potentially we're hoping to get a single out for Music Month, but watch this space.
Ah,
Yeah, we
wow,
don't want
which is
to-
like next week.
Yeah,
2 weeks
pretty
away.
much.
Yeah.
we want to under-promise and over-deliver. So
Yeah.
you might want
Well-
to edit this bit out.
The good news is that Mermaid Bait will be heard in New Zealand Music Month when we play this interview
Yes.
on the shelf.
Thanks-
Fantastic.
thanks for having us on.
Thanks for having
Thanks
us.
again, guys, and we'll see you around. So that was my interview with Glenn and Ursula from Mermaid Bait. Now, coming up, we have Northright have a program coming up, Pathways to Indie Publishing, which you may, all budding writers out there may want to go along to. It's at North Tech, 51 Romanga Road, this Saturday coming. It is partly sponsored by CCS, and the cost for the day is $60 with lunch included. I've been to one before. They are amazing lunches. It's worth going almost just for the lunch. But yeah, some great tips there from some top authors and illustrators, so get along to that. You can look up Northright on Google and you'll find the link there.
Excellent. Well, thank you for joining us on the shelf today, and we will see you at the library.
We will.
Ka kite.
Ka kite.